Giorgio.
Here.
Heine.
Here.
Leach.
Here.
Thompson.
Here.
Young.
Here.
Zimmerman.
Here.
Lambert.
Here.
First order of business is the recognition of Students of the Month.
Kia Davis. Kia. Come up. Kaya. Yep, those two. That's correct. Kaya is an outstanding student. She's excelling in 3rd grade, not missing any assignments, and using her class time wisely. Kaya completes all of her work with 100% effort, determination, and participates well in classroom discussions. She loves to read and has taken 15 ER tests, can't leave yet, this grading period with an accuracy rate of 92.5. Kaya gets along great with the other students and is a joy to have in class. She was voted by her classmates as our student council classroom representative of the year. Kaya also loves to treat her teacher with yummy homemade chocolates and cookies. So she can see it. I thought that would be a better picture.
Good job, Kaya.
There we go.
Austin John? Nope. Okay. Jose Munoz. Josue is a kind-hearted, hard-working young man. He cares about his schoolwork and the people around him. He always has some bit of information to share with me, as well as a smile on his face. I really enjoy having Josue in class. Congratulations. Okay. Look at your dad. Caitlin here? Nope. Do appreciate, Mr. Munoz, you guys can stay if you want, or you can go. If you want to see the board meeting, we're glad to have Kay here, but if you guys want to go, you can take off, and it's okay. We do appreciate all you do. Having Students of the Month, we understand the work that you do at home, and we appreciate your time and effort very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Kaya wants to stay.
Yeah.
Could be more interesting. There we go.
Okay, this time we'll open up the floor for public comments and questions. Does anybody have any sheets for the day today? Any comments, questions today? Okay, this time we'll go ahead and close the floor then for public comments and questions, and we'll move on to presentation from Dr. Thomas Moline, SEDOL Superintendent.
Thank you very much. Good evening. My name is Tom Moline. I'm the new superintendent of the Special Education District of the county. And my main purpose tonight is simply to say hello to you, the Board of Education, and to help you in putting a face to a name. But in addition to that, I wanted to explain that I am one of your administrators. I'm responsible for the education of some of the students in your school district, and as such, I'm part of your administration. Consequently, if there comes a point where you have any questions or concerns about programming provided to your students by SEDOL, by all means, through your superintendent, express those questions or concerns. I'd be happy to come here at any point to answer those or to engage in conversation regarding the programs and services. So see me, please, as an extension of your administration. I also wanted to just reacquaint you to SEDOL programs and services. There is a brochure which has been updated for this school year, which explains very basically the 7 facilities that we operate for students with challenges, as well as to explain the myriad of services we also provide countywide. SEDOL is much more than just 7 facilities. There are also 46 classroom programs spread all throughout 35 districts that we serve within that county. So my intention is to get to each of the board meetings this year, and things are going well in terms of that topic program, and to reacquaint you with SEDOL and to just say hello on that part. I'd love to have you come and see some of our programs in operation during the school day. We have the new Laramont facility opened last year, which serves the most severely challenged students in our county. I've been through 5 states, and I've seen many facilities similar to Laramont, but I must tell you, Lake County has done a premier job providing service for its most severely challenged students. It is by far the most beautiful and most complete facility I have seen for students with severe disabilities. The Gages Lake facility has also been recommissioned, and the final phase of that recommissioning takes place in December. In about 2 months, we should be completed. And I'd love to have you come see the investment made by the 35 districts into that facility as well. So I extend an invitation. I make it a little difficult that I would ask you to come when your students are there. It's nice to see a facility, but it makes a lot of difference when you're there and the students are being served. I know that's difficult, so what I've done tonight is to bring a slice of SEDOL to you. We had a very nice video production produced recently over the summer, and I thought it just typified the general work attitude that I have seen in the short while I've been in SEDOL amongst our instructional staff. Without describing it anything more about that, I'm going to simply let the video speak for itself. If you have any questions afterwards on anything regarding SEDOL, I'll stick around and I'll engage with you if you'd like. So, Dr. Dennis, I'll let you take over the AD.
Carry it fired up, and I'll turn some lights.
Okay.
Well, let's keep our fingers crossed.
She's my best friend, and she has a kid, and I help her watch her son, and he calls me Auntie Jamie, and I have told my teachers that my biggest dream is to read to him so that way he can look up to me and say, hey, look, you know, I have a disability, my Aunt Jamie learned how to read at this age, I can do it too. And what are you hoping to get out of this program?
Learn how to read really good.
Why? Why do you feel that's important?
Because you need that for a job and you need that to get your driver's license.
Our Community Life Skills program was developed for young adults from 18 to 22. We currently run 13 classes in community settings across Lake County, Illinois. The main focus has always been life skills and vocational training.
I started this program in my role of vocational facilitator with SEDOL. I was noticing that I had a lot of students that were very high level in terms of their vocational skills, but were not able to hold on to jobs because they couldn't read.
It may seem obvious to say that you can find items at a store more easily when you read the department signs, or that it is easier to navigate your community when you can read the street signs. The actual teaching of reading to cognitively challenged students was somewhat revolutionary.
Everyone I talked to said, well, you know, the students are 18, 19, 20 years old. If they haven't learned by now, they can't learn. And that didn't make any sense to me. I mean, I'm still learning, and that's part of life, is all your life you learn. I was taking a class with Marcia Geller, and I learned all these new reading techniques and found out about the slant system.
Okay, so the slant sequence goes from very basic to quite advanced. And from very basic, I mean we start with the actual letters and the letter names, and then we build to the sounds the letters make. We start putting the sounds together. We start with short vowel sounds and individual consonants, and then we move to different vowel combinations, from single syllable words to multi-syllable words, till eventually the students learn about 7 different types of syllables in English and how to sound out just about any word they'll come in contact with.
Why wouldn't this work for my students? If I just took it and adapted it, I think this would work for my students. Went to my supervisor, persuaded her to give it a shot.
I had some skepticism about the slant approach. Wondered if it would work with the students of this age. Most of our educational life skills classes had used the sight word approach to reading and taught students environmental and safety words.
that they could use in their community. However, they had very limited, if any, access to phonics, and now they were over 18. But I had read the limited research, and I trusted Mary's enthusiasm, and we started a pilot in 2006 with 1 class, 4 students, and now, 5 years later, we have 6 classes of 24 students and counting.
Participation in the Employment Literacy Program is voluntary. They come for the social benefits and the increase in self-confidence. They learn to enjoy reading, and they see the value of reading in their daily lives. Most importantly, they come because it's fun. The Employment Literacy Program has achieved increases in alphabet skills, reading and decoding skills, spelling, and phonemic awareness. Here are some students who have progressed from a 3rd grade to a 5th grade reading level, as well as from a 3rd grade to a 6th grade reading level, based on John's word list.
Ready? Yeah. I say, oh, you say, oh. Write it, please. 2 ways. Think buzz off the hill for the second way. I say, you say, write it, please.
Yawn.
Oh, I didn't make this hard enough.
Nope.
I'm not tricking anybody. What is it?
X.
X. Okay. I say, ah. You say, ah. Write it, please. Oh, we have a debate here. Some people wrote O, some people wrote E. What is it, Melissa?
Awkward.
It is O for octopus, that's right.
Can you continue reading?
As Margot was sleeping on his bench, he started to dream. Another sound was calling his name.
And cherry cola. Can you taste the cherry? Yeah. Can you taste the cola? Yeah. But you can't separate them. They're blended together. Well, that's kind of like how a consonant blend works. You have 2 consonants, you put them together, and you can hear both sounds, but you can't separate them. And here's an example. What does this say? What does this say? I put it together, it says, like in stop.
Very nice. And so if I say buzz off miss, what letter do we have with miss? S. So we have the double S. Can you write it twice? Very nice. And if I have buzz off miss Hill, the last one is Hill, what letter is that? L. Please write it twice. Oh, let's say it once.
Was he dreaming? What was happening? He yelled for his mom and dad to come and protect him from the TV. They did not come. Where were they? They did not wish to miss.
Okay, now we're going to do look and say. Laura?
I'm
Good.
O. Hunk.
Good.
Lung.
Good.
Here's what a robot word is. Okay. And have y'all got your syllable words out? That helps. Okay. You're so prepared. All right. Whenever we're dividing words, the first thing we look at is where are the vowels. So, one there and one there. Right, Mike, you got it. Okay. What does it make that first syllable? Is that an open syllable or a closed syllable? It ends in a vowel, so now what is it? Check. Yeah, so check your board again, Mike. It's open, so if it's open, does that make that vowel, does it say A as in octopus or O as in the letter O? Like in the letter O, right? The next word. We have syllable words, we can divide them into syllables. And then put those words together, and what have you got? There you go. Put those syllables together. And what does that word say? and now it says robot.
I have had the great pleasure to have students in my social work groups that have been in Mary's reading program since day one of Mary's reading program, and I have seen phenomenal results.
Well, the number one difference for Kelly is the fact that she has a lot more confidence in her ability to read. And she makes attempts to read more. For example, she's reading menus. She's reading a Chinese menu now, which has a lot of words and is difficult, but she's making the attempt to do it, whereas before she never would have done that.
He has gone from being a non-reader when you first start seeing him to closing in on, I think it's like a first, second grade type reading. And it's really a difficult, challenging program for Corey, but he's getting it. And his biggest inspiration is to learn to read the Herald Sports section.
She loves the program, and the worst part of it is that she didn't get to start soon enough because they didn't have it soon enough. But for, I mean, any kids, you know, of any kind, it's a fabulous program. I wish I would have had it when I was a kid.
Increase in self-esteem, increase in helping other students, increase in positive behavior. It's been wonderful.
We read a story several years back called Rabbits, Kittens, and Pups. And when our class read the story, you had issues with that story. Yeah, what was the problem with that story? It said that
It said rabbits do not shed.
It said that kittens and pups shed, but it said rabbits didn't shed. And you kept insisting that rabbits shed.
Yeah.
So we looked on the internet, and what did the internet say?
They do shed.
They do shed. And then what did we do about it?
Like the author.
You wrote the author.
You know, that
The rabbits.
rabbits do shed.
The fact that we got a letter from your students was the best thing ever. I emailed Debbie right away, and we were so excited to hear from actual students who actually read the stories well enough to find an error. We wrote back, both Debbie and I wrote back, and thanked your students very, very much for finding the error. And the next thing we did was, on the next revision of the books, we changed it so that it would be more proper and say that rabbits do shed. And we thank you very much.
I know one year your mom had a very special birthday because you picked out a birthday card for her, right?
Yeah.
And you picked it out rather than your father.
Yeah.
And you picked it out for the first time, right?
Yeah.
How come you were able to pick out her birthday card?
Because I just picked it.
Picked it? How did you know what the birthday card said in it?
I just know all the words.
You could read the words for the first time, huh?
Yeah.
What did your mom do when she got the card?
She was like, you sobbing.
She was sobbing. Oh my God! Aren't you awesome? You wrote and you gave to your mom?
Yeah.
Aren't you awesome? You wrote and you gave to your mom?
Yeah. This is the card I picked out. Just for you on your birthday. Wishing you all that you hold dear to make the start of a wonderful year. Happy birthday, love, kids.
That was a really nice card. And I know your mom was so excited that she sent me an email about that. She said it's the first time ever, it was her best birthday ever because you picked out that birthday card for her.
Yeah, and she loved me.
And she loves you?
Well, it was poem that helps me to learn more words that do not know that have been unseen before.
Wow, very nice.
This reading program helps me to understand my comprehension. The teachers are amazing. I am anxious when we start reading.
From the story, it sort of said within a sentence, it showed us what's lost eat. So what do we know that's lost eat?
I think leaves, buds, and tender stems.
Leaves, buds, and tender stem. Very good.
Because you need to learn how to read. You do good at work if you know how to read stuff.
Excellent. Excellent. What's your favorite part of the program?
Reading.
my mom comes in and she heard me reading and without any mistakes, and she looked at me and said, "Oh my God, Jamie, good job," and she started crying. I've never seen my mom cry for something like with reading, because I never thought my mom and dad would be proud of me.
There you have it, just a slice of SEDOL. No indication of all the programs we provide, but it's something tonight. The question always is posed of why do the students learn to read now, at ages 19, 20, 21? Because our students remain eligible in many of our programs when they're 22 years of age. And the question, or the answer to that question, as I heard from the teachers, was that sight word and phonetic approaches have been used in their development, but our students develop slowly. And thankfully, we have people of an attitude who would not give up and who saw the right moment to try it again. And it's taking place, not with all the students in our transition program, but several of them. I believe we have 24 students in the program now this year who are gradually learning how to read and to be far more functional in the community. And that attitude, not that in gender, but we're not going to give up. And I see that in a lot of SEDOL employees. Any questions, anything outside of what we've seen here tonight?
Be nice to see the new building. That's the one that just.
The new Lermont, yes.
That would be nice. Nice to see that.
A beautiful facility. I don't have a lot.
It's the same, it's the same, it's on Gage Lake Road, still, that Lermont facility.
Lermont, yeah, is actually on the access road as though you might go to Warren Township High School now. It's on Old Mill Road. It's actually a drive down.
It was a little hard to find it when I went to the last meeting. It was over a different building and
Yes.
and I had to follow someone over.
People have driven around a little bit on campus to get to it. It's actually off Old Mill Road.
I know you said when I first opened up, my mom used to work there. Many birds have been up a long time ago.
Yeah.
That was right there. I gave you
It's the same spot as the building facility, right in there.
The facility that used to serve our students was called Gage's Lake, as I understand it. And that has now been converted for students who have behavioral challenges. Okay, Kristen? I'm sorry. You are our governing board representative.
Yes.
Thank you for your service and for volunteering and extending your service here in Winthrop Harbor to SEDOL. Very much appreciated. I wanted to point that out. We have 35 representatives and Kristen is your representative this year. I think you've been going for more.
Well, actually, I just took over this year. I went to one last spring and the one in the fall I wasn't able to because we had stuff going on here. I just had my son.
I thought you were on your second year.
I'm on the school board for starting the third year.
Oh, okay. All right.
It was very, I went out there, it was very informative. They were doing the awards ceremony, so that was neat to see the different awards that the students had earned and the interaction with the teachers and the staff of just the students sitting in the audience was pretty amazing to watch.
We serve directly on a daily basis 1,350 students across that county. We actually deal with about 2,300 students because we have a fairly sizable pre-primary program for 3, 4, and 5-year-olds. Population a little over 2,000 consistently, just short of 1,400. And we are growing over the long this year.
Thanks for coming.
Dr. Geiser, thank you for having me here and for giving me quantity time. That was kind of a long video. It was a good way of being able to bring you to see that. Thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
If you need me, call me.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
son of four this week.
Do you need your video back?
You know, that would save you a drive back here. Let's go. Good. Thank you.